So, hi, my name is Karina. Thank you for joining this workshop. Thank you for having you here in this workshop, in which we're going to talk about my journey to chakra. So, why I'm saying now my journey? Because really it's my journey. It's all of my experiences when I was dealing with my imbalances. And when I'm talking about my imbalances, I'm talking about my chakras were out of balance. And I learned. And as I learned, I want you to learn with me so that you could understand better what are chakras. So I want to ask you now, what is a chakra? So while we're waiting for all the others to connect, let me read your comments. When I'm asking you what's a chakra, I can see that you're saying that there are wheels of energy, there are wheels of energy. Okay, so there are points of energy in our body. So you are talking about wheel of energy, but you know that thing when they used to tell me wheels of energy, I didn't understand what does this mean. Wheel of energy. What is a chakra? So okay, I do understand about energy, but what is that? So I want to clarify a lot of things because here what I'm going to talk today is we're going to do together. I'm going to try to do a chakra assessment, how to really tell when your chakra is balanced and when your chakra is out of balance. And for me it was very hard to understand, honestly, how this subject did not enter my head because I wasn't into energy, wasn't into crystals, and I wasn't into essential oils until I met them. So I'm gonna we're gonna learn a lot. I promise you that it's not gonna be boring. So I want you to have a piece of paper, and I want you to start writing your notes because honestly I want you to learn. I want you to learn a lot. So as I'm talking, I want you to take notes because at the end you are going to have so much information that I don't want you to be lost. Okay? So I'm going to share my screen because I guess we are enough. You're all here. So I'm gonna share right now my screen. I can see you are all connected from YouTube. So that's amazing. Thank you for joining. So I'm gonna share now my screen. Um, Share screen, okay. And we are gonna start this workshop. So like this, I want you to see it big. So here you go, the Chakra Journey workshop. So I want you to know that you can transform your life if you choose. You can be happy, healthier, more content. Your emotions, thoughts, and life situations releases energy and therefore vibrations. So this I want you to get it from here. I want you to write these two words, energy and vibrations. I want you to think about energy and vibration as I go through the slides. Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about me. It's going to be a little bit long because I need you to understand my journey. So my name is Karina. I studied business marketing. I graduated in 2008, and directly in 2008, when I graduated, I remember that I directly worked. So I worked in my field, which is business. So honestly, I worked for 12 years with the same company, which is Thomson Reuters, and I was fine. I was happy, and a lot of changes started happening. So I got married, I got kids. So you know that everything changes. So it's different when you're working and you are fine, and then out of a sudden you have kids, and then so I felt that I could not do it anymore, and I wasn't happy at all. So and a lot of things happened with me, and as we grow everything changes. So I decided to ditch my work, and that's it. I kept an end. for everything, and I wanted to start something new. At that moment, my family and I were passing through a little bit of problems because my husband works in Saudi Arabia, and I wanted to go back to my home country. So I went back to my home country, and my husband stayed in Saudi Arabia. So I worked there, but I wasn't happy. And I was introduced back there to crystals, and I felt in love with crystals. So I'm just telling you a story here because story is what is going to will tell you all about my journey and why I believe in crystals and chakras and essential oils. Okay, so at that moment when I was in my home country, I was introduced to crystals. So I got so attached to wearing crystals, and I felt that the crystals were calling me. So I felt happy being around the crystals. Then my husband decided that that's it. You have to come back, all right? Because we cannot take it like this. We cannot live apart. So I said, okay, if I'm gonna go back, I don't have a job, and I can't sit without a job. I wanted to do something for myself. So I invested. I remember that I did an investment without my husband knowing, and I with my investment was $500 only. I invested and I bought crystals and I got it to Saudi Arabia, where I live. It's Jeddah. So I remember that I showed the crystals to my husband and to my husband's friend, and I was so happy about it. They used to look at me as like, what you're gonna do with these crystals, how you're gonna sell these crystals, like here it's not gonna work, and this country is so big. And they started bringing me down. And when the people bring you down, you start vibrating low. Every time you're sad, you vibrate low. We're gonna talk about vibrations. So I used to get mad and stressed because why I cannot do it? Why I cannot sell them? Crystals are something beautiful, and everybody knows about stones, gemstones, and I mean, living in Saudi Arabia, it's a country rich of culture and history. So why not? And they used to tell me, because how you're gonna start a page not knowing anyone? And this is what I said, I believe in the power of nature. I believe in the powers of crystals. And no one that I knew as close friends believed that I will do something one day with those crystals. And then I had the opportunity to go to a bazaar in one of the schools in Saudi Arabia. And I said, that's it. Remember, I said one word that was very important: the power of crystals. I went to that bazaar and I remember that I put it my my table with all the crystals. And I knew that those crystals are going to attract people just as they attracted me. And it worked. The crystals attracted everyone that was passing through my table and used to see all the beautiful crystals. Everybody was attracted to those crystals. Unbelievable. But everything got sold. Everything got sold. And I went home and I told my husband, you know what? I invested with this money, $500. Now I have more money to invest and make a real business. My husband was shocked, and I was shocked because I remember a lady telling me, I told my mom that crystals are so powerful. And from that moment, I realized that yes, it's true, because I was not a believer of crystals, but I was in love with crystals, by the beauty of nature. But when I started selling them, and when I started to learn how to connect with them, and when I started learning that, oh my God, that yes, it's true, that they are full of energy. And this is the energy that attracts. And this is why when you are holding a crystal or when you're wearing a crystal, it's all about vibrations. It's all about you are vibrating with those crystals. And the more you vibrate high, the more the crystals will vibrate with you, and the more you will feel the energy. We go back to energy and vibrations. So let me continue. So this is when I was shocked, and this is me, and this is my story. I opened my business in 2018, and I call it Piedras Healing Stones. Piedras in Spanish, it means stones, and from here I took it. So in every bazaar I used to go, I used to feel that I knew it from like, I knew it that I'm gonna put the table and everybody's gonna come and buy from me because crystals, they attract everything. They attract good energy, they attract the bad energy, they attract good luck, wealth. But you need to know two things. I mean, more than two things. You need to know if your crystals are real. You need to know that, um, am I using the crystals right? I can feel the energy. Trust me, everyone can feel energy. Our body is full of energy. And just like I asked you, what is a chakra? And you told me, yes, these are wheels of energy. Then I tell you, yes, this is what crystals do. They are full of energy and you can sense them as well as your chakras. So we will continue. Now, when we're talking about chakras, as I said, I didn't know anything about chakras. Like, I didn't know what's a chakra. I didn't know how they're related to colors. And okay, so I go to those yoga retreats and I know that we do these exercises to open our heart chakras and the root chakras. But how do I know whether my chakras are balanced? And if they're out of balance, how do you gain equilibrium and flow? That was my big question. So as I read, okay, each chakra is related to each color. So let's say if I need something for my third eye. Okay, so I will go and I buy a amethyst, and this will help me open my third chakras, my third eye, which is not true. This is not how this works. This is not how this works. This is not how this world works. The word chakra is very ancient. It came from India. The whole idea of the colors of the energy points. All right. So the most powerful way to balance your chakra is by three things. So as I went through my journey into healing crystals, I learned three things. That the only way you can balance your chakras is meditation, crystals, and essential oils. Now comes here about essential oils. Why essential oils? Because when I'm working with chakras and I do the jewelry and everybody's wearing my jewelry, I felt that people wanted to feel something more. And when I started introducing essential oils to my stones, to the crystals together, essential oils they are they have high frequency. So when we're talking about crystals and essential oils, we have to think of chemistry a little bit. We go to science. You have to think of frequencies. And essential oils are high in frequency. You can't believe how their frequency are. How high is their frequency? So I started incorporating into my business essential oils. And people felt more relaxed. For those who were looking for being more relaxed, people felt that they are more relaxed to how they used to feel before. And I'm sure that you may have heard this before, but it bears repeating. And I want you to, if you want to take notes, if you want to close your eyes and just feel, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to feel what I'm going to say. I'm sure you've heard repeating this, that you are a spiritual being living in a physical body. You are living in a human physical body, in which this body is the one that you wake up each morning and put to bed every night. And you have the other body that gives you aches and pain. And you have the other part of the body that makes you feel content, happy. Just as important as your well-being, there are other bodies like your mental, your emotional, and spiritual. These bodies compromise your thoughts, your feelings, and your connection with your spirit. Even though you can't see your thoughts or spirit, you know they exist. You know that they are there. You know how low you feel when someone hurts your feelings. So when we're talking about when someone hurts your feelings, you will vibrate very low. So it's this human body that's all connected to your chakras. So our energy runs along channels that align with our spine. Each chakra is situated along that channel. So your chakras are are along your spine. All right. And the quality of your life is dependent upon the energy, upon your energy. So our energy is connected to our emotions and beliefs we hold. An emotion is energy in motion. That's very important, that an emotion is energy in motion. So remember that when you are sad, stressed, depressed, you are at a low vibration. You're vibrating really low. Your frequency is really low. But when you're happy, you're this radiant person, like you're vibrating really high. Again, an emotion is energy in motion. You have to know. So it's you who is affecting your thoughts, your energy in motion. Each chakra is thought to be connected with a specific organs. And yes, it's true, because when your root chakra is blocked, and when we're talking about the root chakra, is the chakra that's is the red point down here, it's your root chakra. When your root chakra is blocked, it's unbelievable how you start having stomach ache, you start having constipation. So each chakra is connected with an organ or a gland in the body. When one chakra is imbalanced, it's like blocking a stream of water. Everything that sits upstream to that blockage is affected by the lack of flow. This is why a block in one chakra can impact other chakras. Okay, great. So this is a blah, blah, blah for me. What is a chakra now? Now, okay, so is my chakra, how do I know then is my chakra is blocked? How do I know if my chakra is blocked? So that was my discovery, that I wanted to dig more and I wanted to learn more. So I didn't want to just going to a meditation class, sit down doing yoga, because it didn't work. I didn't understand what's going on. So let's take it from here. And I want you to look at this picture very well. I want you to look at crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, root chakra. Root chakra are the basic trust. Sacral chakra is connected to sexuality, creativity. Solar plexus chakra is the wisdom, power. Heart chakra is love and healing. Throat chakra is more of communication. Third eye chakra is awareness. And the crown chakra is all about spirituality. Again, you see these pictures a lot. You see the colors a lot, but how can we, what does this picture tells you? This picture tells me a lot. It is thought that we draw in energy. So I want you to look at the picture. I think you can see my mouth now. It is thought that we draw in energy from the earth up through our feet. So energy from the earth, it's drawn up to our feet. And then our lower chakras, all right? We also draw in energy from above the crown chakra at the top of our head, and the energies meet at the center, where we draw in energy from our surroundings in our solar plexus chakras. Our body have a natural resonance. So here is what happens when we store conflict on our cells in our body, and over time this collection can grow and manifest as behaviors and that do not serve us. So when the feelings and reactions that we can't always explain this, so there are, I want you to understand that everything comes from the earth or from the crown chakra, and our conflicts are residing in the solar plexus chakra. So sometimes when you have a certain behavior that we cannot shift, that we cannot change, you have to know that you are in conflict. And the conflict that you get from your surrounding, it's in your solar plexus chakra. So the conflicts from your crown chakra and the conflicts from the root chakra, they are in your solar plexus chakra. They meet in the cell of your body. It's hard to understand, but we're gonna go for all this and we're gonna understand better. So when I'm talking about the first chakra, which is the root chakra, what is that? I didn't know. I thought that the root chakra was okay, it's down, so it's supposed to be the sexual root chakra. And no, that's not the thing. When I'm talking about the root chakra and you see me sitting like that, like crossing my feet, and I take the energy from the earth, when I'm talking about the root chakra, this is the first chakra. and it's about our survival. So when we're talking about the root chakra, the first thing that I want you to do is to have a red stone. And I'm going to explain why. So the first chakra is about our survival. What does it mean? Do I have enough food? Do I have enough water? Do I have enough money? So it's the needs. Do I have shelter? Am I physically safe? So balance in this chakra means making sure that our basic physical needs are met without these needs becoming an obsession. If the energy of this chakra is overstimulated, we may become too attached to things, to materialistic things. So when your root chakra is in balance, when you are out of balance, you have to start writing, because when your root chakra is out of balance, is when I start being more possessive. Okay, when I start spending more money, resisting change, I feel overreacting. I feel very materialistic. I'm a workaholic. I'm disconnected. I have fears and anxiety. This is when you know exactly that your root chakra is in balance. And here you're trying to find your true self. You need to find grounding. When you can position yourself in nature, will have the best success in clearing root chakra blockages. So this is why we tell you spend time in nature, spend time with the earth. We are all part of earth, where the mountains, sand, and pieces of all other parts that make our planet, where the strongest of the foundations, our body, our health, and space need to be cared no matter what. So, in order to balance your chakras, I will tell you to wear a red, a red stone. And when I'm talking about red stones, you can ask for bloodstone, garnet, hematite, obsidian, red jasper, or smoky quartz. These are the best ones for grounding. When I'm talking about obsidian, obsidian is not red, but it's a black stone, but it's amazing for grounding. All right. And then the aromatherapy for root chakra, pay attention to the scents around you. I want you to try to seek aromas that are sweet, warm, earthy. So in this case, honestly, I use balance. So I use balance at the bottom of my feet. I put it on my points, the balance from the doTERRA is just amazing, amazing essential oil from grounding. So when you're going to your yoga practice and you're gonna open that root chakras, you make sure you're wearing red, for this week, red, and use essential oils like balance, vetiver, patchouli, myrrh, ginger, frankincense, ylang ylang. All right? Next, the second chakra is the sacral chakra, and it's represented by the color orange. So the energy of the third chakra is concerned with personal power, our sense of our place in the world. It's connected on, it's the second chakra, it's more of a survival, let's say survival, because um it's the first chakra was more of surviving my basic needs. Here it's about survival beyond our need for survival. Our second chakra is concerned with desires, right, with sexuality and with the act of creation from the perspective of personal growth. So this chakra too is very much an instinctive energy. So all you have to do when you feel that you are emotionally, very emotionally, you are also obsessed, you have a sexual addiction, or no interest in sex, oversensitive, poor boundary, mood swings, fears around sexuality also. So you have to know that you have an imbalance with your chakra, and the best thing to do is to wear orange, to wear a carnelian stone, which is represented by the orange color orange, It's a carnelian. It can be a calcite, orange calcite, which is an amazing stone. And always say this: I love and I honor myself and all of life. Write this down, write this affirmation, and always say it aloud every time you're feeling over emotionally. You have a lot of mood swings. This means that your second chakra is out of balance. When you have a lot of pain going on this area, use your stones and use your essential oils. The essential oils for sacral chakra, I would say that I would go for melaleuca, cardamom, juniper berry, and wild orange. Everything I want you to think of essential oils like the colors. So wild orange with anything that's orange. This chakra, it has to do with everything that is orange. All right. Wild orange is amazing. When you put wild orange on yourself, you will feel that something changed. And this is the energy, the high frequency of essential oils. We move to the third chakra related to the world around us. It's related to fire, solar plexus chakra. So the energy of the third chakra is concerned with personal power, our sense, our place in the world, our confidence in ourselves, and our self-esteem. So when your solar chakra is in balance, you have to think of yourself. If you're feeling you're not, you're very arrogant, you're very possessive, like you are very, very stubborn, workaholic, you are feeling alone, you're feeling yourself like you are the victim all the time, you don't have a confidence, you have poor digestion, you feel that others are disliking you, you don't have self-esteem. You need to wear crystals like citrine, amber, lemon quartz, and yellow jasper. For me, I always go with my citrine stone. Now, very important thing about citrine stone is that I'm just gonna do something really, really fast here. Yes, because very important when you're buying a citrine stone. When you're buying a citrine stone, you should know that nowadays citrine stones are very rare. So when you're going to the shop and you want to wear a crystal that is citrine, you have to ask, is this a real citrine or you are selling me a heated amethyst? Because what happens is that amethyst is very abundant. It's all over the place. You can find a lot of amethyst from Brazil, from Paraguay, from Uruguay, from all these countries, even China. You can find a lot of amethyst. What happens? Citrine, it's very rare to find, believe it or not. It's very rare. And if it's found, it's very expensive. But what they do is that they heat an amethyst. And when they heat the amethyst, it turns into orange, it turns into more heating, it turns into yellow, and they call it an amethyst, which is not true. In this case, they're giving you a fake piece, which is a heated amethyst. So you have to ask, you have to learn. And you're welcome to learn with me, and anything about crystal, ask me more. Amber is very expensive. So if you go to a place and they're selling an amber bracelet for $20, please make sure that this amber is real, because otherwise it's art, synthetic, lab made. So here you're not getting a real amber. Amber are very expensive. Citrine crystals, if real, they're very expensive. Lemon quartz are less expensive, and they come like they're more white. They have this yellowish to white, and then you have the yellow jasper. With anything that is jasper is cheap, all right, but it makes the effect. You are wearing this crystal that has energy, that has frequency. And remember that when I'm talking about crystals, you have to know that there are some crystals that have more frequency than other crystals. And the best essential oils for here is melaleuca, balance again, digest zen, cypress, and ginger. Why digest zen, cypress, and ginger? Because they are very good for this third chakra. Remember that this is the third chakra that's up over here. It's what it's your concern, it's your personal, it's your sense to belong, to be more confident. So these essential oils, I have tried them with crystals, and together they make the best thing. We're talking now about the heart chakra, and this is the best one because when we're talking about the heart chakra, which is the fourth chakra, it relates to the conscious choice to act with love towards ourselves and those around us. This type of love does not require anyone to change in order to be worthy of receiving it. Balances this chakra means that we're able to give and receive unconditional love, and our actions are based that people are deserving this love. It means that when you're more compassion, so I'm love, I let love in, I'm kind to myself, I'm in peace and gratitude. I'm feeling, and you're feeling the same. If you're feeling that you're at peace and you're loving yourself and you're loving others, no matter what, no matter how they are different, this is how you know that your heart chakra is in balance. When you start focusing more on others, because I'm sure everyone I met does not have a balanced chakra, because people focus a lot on others. So focusing on others, when you have poor boundaries, when you feel jealous, lack of empathy, fear of intimacy, antisocial, you're always criticizing this, and you feel lonely. This thing, when you feel lonely, when you feel heavy, when your heart is heavy, write it down. Ask yourself, how do I feel today? The best way to know and to learn about your chakras is by writing. All right. So, what does a balanced heart chakra look like? You are more caring, you're compassionate. And this is something that I have. I'm very compassionate. I can feel other people's pain because I learned how to open my chakra. I learned how to love myself and to love others, no matter how different they are. How you have to accept others. Self-loving, peaceful, center, and contour. So when you learn to criticize less, when you learn to be not to be jealous of anyone who is doing better than you, this is when you know that your heart is balanced. So every time you know that you're jealous, please bring your rose quartz, your jade, your emeralds. So these are the stones connected to the heart chakra, and I love them a lot. Anything that is green, and here I go from jade, green aventurine. I go for rose quartz. I go from pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline is amazing for the heart chakra. Amazing stone for the heart chakras, as well as fluorite stones are amazing for your heart chakras. The oils to support and balance the heart chakra, believe it or not, on guard, because I put on guard every time I feel heavy. I put it over my chest here. And of course, lavender and ylang ylang is amazing. And of course, lemon lime, smell of lime. If you want, you can add also patchouli, is really good. All right, so throat chakras. Throat chakras is about the colored blue, and primarily present in the neck and upper shoulders, and mouth and jaws. Okay, so the throat chakra or the fifth chakra is considered as the source for expression and manifestation. So sometimes you sit with people and they start talking a lot, and they talk and they talk and they talk and they talk and non-stopping. It's all about talking, and then there you feel that there's something not okay. Trust me, this is their throat chakras. When this chakra is out of balance, you are likely to be over talkative and to speak about anything, nothing at all, nothing that makes sense. And this is when you know that your chakra is not balanced. Or sometimes you do not want to communicate and you are silent. Listen, when I did not want to communicate, when my dad passed away, honestly, I didn't want to communicate with anyone. I couldn't talk, I couldn't speak, I wanted to be alone. So definitely I knew that my throat chakras were blocked, my heart chakra was blocked. So these two were blocked big time. And I used the power of crystals and essential oils to open them up. I felt more relaxed, relieved. They help me. Yes, I'll tell you, they help me. So and when you learn to listen to them, you will know how to balance them. Learn, listen to your thoughts, write them down. How are you feeling today? Every day, how am I feeling today? This is the way you can sense the energy of your chakras. When someone is speaking very loudly, when someone is speaking with difficulty, when they have shyness, or when they're not speaking at all, or they have fear of speaking, this is when your throat chakras are blocked and you want to open them, balance them. Try using peppermint or spearmint, frankincense, lavender, and ginger. Remember the essential oils. The third eye chakras, and this is one of the most powerful chakras because it's when the conscious meet the unconscious, where our imagination and our inner side is on. The development of this chakra involves becoming more aware of our intuition and extrasensory perception. People who shine within do not require a spotlight. If you want to shine from inside, if you want to grow with a great wisdom, imagination, intuition, and higher self reflection and awareness, you need to look for opening your third eye chakra. And trust me, when your third chakras are locked, basically everything is locked. You have difficulty in concentrating, excessive, you start hallucinating, you make up stories, you're lying, you have obsessions, you have nightmares, you're unable to uh, go on. You are always blocked. You have difficulty in visualizing. You live in denial. So yes, and there is a lot of people who live in denial and because of a lot of things going on. So I'll give you a help, I give you a hint. Wear the color purple for a week. Use oils like lemon, clary sage, peppermint, and cedarwood. For me, I'll always use lemon is my number one, and cedarwood it goes second. Then the crown chakra, it's our last chakra, and the crown chakra is also proper exit point for the soul, and is the crown, is where you begin to grow into higher dimensions. So when this crown chakra is blocked, you will fear. You have over excessive attachments. You feel that all the time you are confused. You feel that all the time you are um, having difficulties. And one of the things is learning difficulties. Yes. The chakra, the crown chakra, it's associated with your pineal gland. This crown chakra is intimately connected with the pineal gland, which releases huge amount of growth hormone and various other chemicals. Because of the closure of the crown chakra, after the work, okay, so let me go not into details, but when when your crown chakra is blocked, you don't have real you don't see situations clearly. So it's very important that whenever you want to work with, you should be more spiritually connected. You should do more meditation and always wear crystal quartz, white quartz, because they are the master healers. And when I want to open my crown chakra, when I want more clarity, okay, I use frankincense because it really helps a lot. I really use frankincense and melissa, sandalwood, DDR prime, and also add to that myrrh. The way I use it is the way that you know how to use it, the way I have been telling you about it. So I have some formulas to stimulate the chakras. I have root chakra formulas. I will pass them on to you. I have Sakra chakra formulas. That's amazing. It really works in everything that I do in my meditations. I just use them. And you can't believe the high frequency of this chakras. All right. So now, okay, so I will stop sharing. So I'll stop sharing here also. And I hope that you like this bit of information. Now I'm going to read my comments. tell us how we use the crystals. All right. So let's say that you feel that you're feeling depressed, you're feeling sad, so you're feeling lonely. So all these emotions that you're feeling, you have to write them down. You should know how you're feeling. So every time you're feeling lonely, I'll tell you, okay, you know what? If you have a rose quartz, place it on your heart. Wear a rose quartz. Wear colors like are green, pink. Remember, you will connect the energy with the colors that you're wearing and the color of the crystals. And you will connect your crystals with the essential oils, because these two together they work amazingly and they have a heart vibration. So honestly, whenever I feel that I'm down, I will use my essential oils, and I'm wearing already my crystals. Now the crystal that I wear is a crystal that I'm attracted to. So I have someone who's asking me, and I'm gonna answer both questions. How do I know which crystal is for me? That's a very good question, because you are attracted to crystals. You don't need to know anything. You don't need to know that, okay, is this crystal for me or it's not for me? You will be attracted to the crystal. Crystals will call you. The crystal that is right for you is the crystal that you will want to buy it. Believe it or not, I have always been attracted to Pirita stone. Okay, and this is stone. Uh, I loved it. I really am always attracted to Pirita. So whenever I go, I will just run for a Pirita stone, and it's unbelievable because Pirita stones are connected to my zodiac sign, which is Leo. And yeah, energy. I want you to believe in energy, and I want you to know that energy is everything. If you believe in that, you know that every living thing on this planet has vibration, have energy. So plants have energy. Plants are living things and they vibrate as just as we are vibrate. So remember this when we're talking about the crystal, there's no right and wrong. There is not who what crystal is for me. There's nothing that you will ask what crystal is good for me. All the crystals are good, but you need to ask yourself, just as you ask about essential oils, what I need from this oil. Some people buy essential oils because they need for their eczema, because of their burn, for acne, for feeling better, because essential oils are very good for emotions. So you should ask yourself, why do I need those crystals? If your answer is because I want to feel better, because I want to feel the energy, because I feel heavy, I want something for my heart, to feel love for myself, then you're looking for a rose quartz. So I think that we took a lot of time talking about crystals, talking about essential oils, and this workshop should be very fast. And I always will invite you to the next one. So there is always a next. There is always a to be continued, because if we're gonna enter into these crystals, we're not gonna finish. All right, can I send you the formula? Of course I'm gonna send you the formulas. So everyone who joined my workshop will have the recipes, will have the formulas, so that you can start mixing these blends. And every time you're going to your yoga class and you know that, okay, they're working today on a specific chakra, you better get that blend with you, and you will start feeling amazing, because you will start learning how to balance your chakras. So now, thank you so much for being here. I will stop the live so that I can sit down with you and answer all your questions. So let me stop now the live, and I'm gonna just have this half an hour just talking about crystal and answering all your questions. 1 second.